Hello students, welcome to my session. My name is S. Vanaja, lecturer in physics from Government Polytechnic Nirmal. Today I am going to explain free forced vibrations, the resonance phenomena and the noise pollution. In this, the causes, effects and minimizing methods of noise pollution will be discussed in this session. The free vibrations. Free vibrations are nothing but when the body is in the rest position and the body set into vibration mode and the body set into vibrations with certain force, means the force is applied on the body and removed, then the body vibrates with a fixed frequency. This frequency is called natural frequency and the vibrations are called free vibrations. So here the force is applied initially on the body and removed, and the vibrations that continue after removal of the force, and these vibrations are called free vibrations. And the free vibrations are the vibrations of a body when no external force or external driving force act on the body except initial force. Except initial force, there are no external driving forces acting on the body during the vibrations. So these free vibrations comes to halt due to damping only. So what are the free vibrations? The vibrations of the tuning fork and the vibrations of the string in a guitar will be considered as free vibrations. So here the tuning fork is hit with a rubber hammer and released and removed. Then the body comes to the vibrations, the body vibrating with natural frequency. The vibrations of the tuning fork are called free vibrations. And in a guitar, if we pluck the string in a guitar, then the string will be vibrates with natural frequency, and that vibrations of the string are called as free vibrations. Then the forced vibrations. What are the forced vibrations? So the vibrations of the system are the vibrations of the body which vibrates due to repeated action of external force. There are repeated action of external force is called the forced vibrations. Here the vibrations of the body is due to repeated action of external force. There is a continuous application of external force on the body. Whereas for free vibrations, there is initially some force is acting on the body and it is removed. But whereas in forced vibrations, there is a continuous, there is a repetition of the external force on the body. Due to that force only, the body comes to vibrations. So here, the vibrations of the tuning fork on a wooden box. If you observe, the vibrating tuning fork is placed on the wooden box. Then what happens? What you observe generally, the tuning fork is vibrating and it is placed on the wooden box. So there is a continuous repetition of the vibrational force is acting on the wooden box, and there is a repeated periodic external force on the wooden box. So finally what happens? The wooden box is also vibrating. So the vibrations of the wooden box will be forced vibrations, whereas the vibrations of the tuning fork is free vibrations, and due to that periodic action of external force, the wooden box is also vibrating, and the vibrations are called forced vibrations. And if the musical instrument having a sound box, what happens? The sound box will be vibrates. The musical instrument is we are playing the musical instrument, and it has a sound box. Similarly, what happens? There is a repeated periodic action of the force due to this musical instrument, so such that the sound box also vibrating with some frequency. So that vibrations of the sound box will be forced vibrations. So you can see this is the sound box. Uh, in, in turns the force air particle inside the box vibrate at the same natural frequency as string. And when the string is attached to the sound box of the guitar, the vibrating string forces the sound box to vibrate as its natural frequency. So this is the forced vibrations. So in the forced vibrations uh, occurs under the influence of some external force only. And the forced vibrations occur when the object is forced to vibrate. It is forced to vibrate at particular frequency by a periodic output of the force. And the body vibrates as long as the external force is present, and the forced vibrations tries to follow the frequency of the external force, and the amplitude of the vibrations may vary randomly. So these are the forced vibrations. The vibrations of the tuning fork placed on the wooden box produces the forced vibrations, and similarly a musical instrument having the sound box also produces the forced vibrations. Then we go for the resonance phenomena. So what is meant by resonance? Resonance means the phenomena in which a body under the forced vibrations vibrate at a greater amplitude when its natural frequency equal to its input frequency is called resonance. So here the body vibrates at a greater amplitude. When it will be vibrate with greater amplitude when its natural frequency equals to input frequency. Then it will be the resonance phenomena occurs, and it will be vibrates with maximum amplitude. So here the body is which is free to vibrate tends to vibrate at a specific frequency is called natural frequency. So we know that. And suppose the body such that is set into vibrations by another body, and when the frequency of the vibrations of second body equals to natural frequency of the given body, it vibrates with greater amplitude and resonance occurs. Okay, and when the resonance phenomena takes place, the body vibrates with greater amplitude. So where we observe this resonance phenomena? So when some blast occurs, we'll see windows and in the nearby buildings make sound due to resonance. So when blast occurs, what happens? All the objects will be vibrates. There is a vibrations, the forced vibrations. The windows, doors are vibrates with forcefully vibrates, and these forcible vibrations will the frequency is equal to natural frequency of the blast corresponding to the blast. Then what happens? The windows will vibrate with maximum amplitude. And when the automobile is started, the axles of are not intact produces sound due to resonance. So when the automobile starts, the axles also produces the sound due to resonance. And we'll observe the destruction of some buildings during earthquakes, while other are left intact due to resonance. So when during the earthquake, what happens? Some buildings will be damaged, and there is a destruction of some buildings due to resonance only. Means during the earthquake, the earth will be vibrate with natural frequency, and due to that vibrations, all the buildings, trees or anything, all the non-structural elements will vibrate with vibration. Means they are forcibly vibrational mode, in the vibrational mode. So forced vibrations are set into the non-structural elements. Then these forced vibrations frequency is equal to the natural frequency of the earth. Then what happens? These buildings or non-structural elements will vibrate with the maximum amplitude, and there will be a maximum amplitude nothing but there will be more damage. So the buildings will be collapsed. So more loss will be occurs when the resonance phenomena takes place during the earthquake. Then we go for conditions for good auditorium. Conditions for good auditorium. So what are the conditions for good in constructing the good auditorium? So the first one is adequate loudness. Adequate loudness means the loudness of the sound should be uniform in the entire hall. So in the seminar hall or in any auditorium, the loudness of the sound or the speaker will be uniform in the entire hall, and optimum reverberation. Optimum reverberation. So we already discussed that the reverberation is neither be too small or not too large. If it is too large, what happens? We lost the clarity of the sound. And if it is too small, then it is not audible. So that's why the optimum reverberation should be maintained in the hall for a clarity sound, for audible sound. Okay, so optimum reverberation value will be, it is in between 0.1 to 1 second. The time of reverberation is 0.5 to 1. So if it is less than 0.5, it is inaudible, and it is greater than 1 second, then it is will be somewhat disturbing sound. So reverberation should be optimum, and it should be neither be too small or too large. Then exclusion of extraneous noise. Exclusion of extraneous noise. So in the auditorium, there should be no external noise. So no outside noise should not be enter into the auditorium. Why? Because it creates some noise. It disturbs the program. Okay, so that's why outside noise should not be enter into the uh, auditorium. So for that, we'll generally use some doors, windows, and carpets. So we use these two, and we use curtains for the windows to eliminate the outside noise in the auditorium. And uniform distribution of sound. Uniform distribution of sound. To maintain the clarity in the auditorium, we need the uniform distribution of sound. And the elimination of echoes. Elimination of echoes. There means there should not be any no echo in the hall. So if the echo will be present, then there are so many reflecting surfaces in the auditorium, so we get the repeated sound. So due to reflection at the obstacle, we will hear the same sound after one reflection. And finally, elimination of Echelon effect. Generally, Echelon effect is due to staircase. Means the staircase, each step is act like a reflecting surface, so the sound will be reflected at each reflecting surface and creating some noise. So that's why we generally use the carpets on the staircase in the auditorium to reduce the Echelon effect in the auditorium. So, and there should be no resonance effect in the auditorium, and should not be any focusing effect, and there should not be any airborne noise in the auditorium. So these are the main conditions for good auditorium means adequate loudness, optimum reverberation, exclusion of extraneous noise, uniform distribution of sound, elimination of echoes and elimination of echelon effect are the main conditions for good auditorium. Then we go for the noise pollution. Noise pollution means we'll discuss the definition of noise pollution, the causes of noise pollution, effects, and how to control the noise pollution in the society. So, the noise pollution. Noise pollution means what is noise? First of all, the noise is a sound which is undesired and unpleasant and causes some discomfort to hear or to the ear. Means noise. So it is a undesired, unpleasant and causes some discomfort to the human ear is the noise, and the unit of sound is decibel. So here the sound produced during the explosion and some barking of animals like dogs or anything, and the thunders, natural noise creating uh, causes, and the clamping. So these are the noise creating examples. And the noise pollution. And what is the noise pollution? And any unwanted sound, disturbing or harmful sound which impairs with and interfere with the hearing and causes the stress or hampers the concentration and work efficiency or causes accidents are called noise pollution. So noise pollution is the pollution of the environment due to spreading of noise and which interferes with the human communication, comfort and health is called noise pollution. So it interferes with human communication, comfort and health. And the SI system of the noise is generally decibels. And the loudness of the sound depends on the amplitude of the sound. So greater the amplitude, louder will be the sound, and the perception of the human ear to loudness is repeated with the sound level which is measured in decibels. So dB, we generally use dB. So if the sound level is above the perception of the human ear, it causes the noise pollution. Even a sound level at a musical sound at higher level causes the noise pollution. So the sound level more than 70 decibels will create some psychological and health problems, and this is the noise pollution. And we'll we we have some examples, means which type of noise creates how much level of noise in decibels. Suppose the elevated train, it is 90 decibels, and busy traffic is 70 decibel, and when it's quiet automobile is 50 decibels, and the quiet radio in the home will be 40 decibels, like this. So there are some noise creating uh, causes, and their noise levels will be discussed here. Then we go for the causes of the noise pollution. So see, causes of noise pollution. The noise produced by thunders, the barking of dogs, the sounds from the birds, animals, and the televisions, radios, and some musical instruments during the functions, the loudspeaker, crackers, cinema halls, schools, offices, community halls, and the horns of the vehicles, the sounds by the transport like lorries, buses, jeeps, van, cars. So these are the causes of the noise pollution. You can see the figure in this slide. So due to the car, helicopter, and the loudspeakers, the public addressing systems, the loudspeaker, and some work, carpentry work, and the musical instruments. So the musical sound box. So these are the causes of the noise pollution. And there are some more no causes. So these are the motor vehicles. So the noise produced by the traffic or by the locomotives or aircrafts, and the building constructions and civil engineering works, and by the industries, factories, workshops, the power generators, the air conditioners, vacuum cleaners, the explosions in stone crushing, the shouting of the people in public gatherings. So here the motor vehicles on the road creates so much noise, and the crackers. So during the Diwali festival, crackers make so much noise, and the loudspeakers at very high volume during some announcements, and the construction of buildings. Okay, and if you use the television at very high volume, it is also create some noise. Even the musical sound at a very high level will be a noise only, isn't it? And we'll use mixer grinder in the kitchen, so that is also one of the causes of noise pollution. And the sounds of the helicopters, locomotives, aircrafts, traffic, so building constructions, factories, industries, uh, workshops, power generators, the vacuum cleaners, air conditioners. So these are all the causes of noise pollution. See some more sources of noise pollution. So road traffic noise, aircraft noise from railroads, construction noise, in the industry, in the building, in consumer products, loudspeakers, public addressing systems, the firecrackers. Sources of noise pollution. The effects of noise pollution. So what will be the changes in the human's day-to-day life, and in the human communication, how it interferes with the human communications, the comfort and the health. So what are the effect on the humans communication? So here the noise pollution affects human health, comfort and the efficiency. The noise pollution causes impatience and the mental disorder, the headache, increase the blood pressure, causes the sleeplessness, nerves breakdown, the temporary deafness. If the noise is so very loud, it causes permanent deafness also. The heart problem, liver and kidney problems will be happen. The contraction of blood vessels means it increases the blood pressure. So and there will be some skin pale, and it creates the psychological effect on the others, such as nerves breakdown and the tension, and it damages the optical nerves also, the optical nerves of the eye, which may lead to some impairment of the vision. So the noise at a very high level can affect the optical nerves of the eye, and there is a slow effect on the ear, and it causes temporary hearing problem or permanent disorder, okay, based on the sound level. And noise produced near the hospitals due to the traffic movement, it causes serious effects on the patients, and it interrupts the communication of the health. And noise due to sudden explosives may cause cracks in the walls, windows, doors, glasses of the buildings. And noise like resonance may collapse buildings and bridges also. The noise produces near the hospitals due to traffic movements, which causes a serious effect on the patients. And the non-living things such as buildings undergo physical damage by cracks, broken windows, doors, and glass by certain explosive sounds. And the noise at very high level, very high order, may cause damage to trees also, and it damage some delicate articles too. So there will be some harmful effects we'll discussed here, already discussed, and there will be some psychological problems, psychological effects, loss of hearing, annoyance, the health effects, interference with the communication, the working efficiency. So see here the problems of noise pollution. The noise pollution makes the man more irritable. The effect of noise pollution is multifaced, interrelated, and the effects of noise pollution on human being, animal, and property are as follows here. See, hearing impairment decreases the efficiency of the man, lack of concentration, portion is caused, pupil dilation, mental illness, and it causes some heartbeat, so heart attack, so it causes heart attack also, digestive problems, temporary or permanent deafness, aggressive behavior, effects on vegetation. The proof means poor effect on animal, effect on property, sleep interference, and the speech interference. Minimizing methods of noise pollution. The minimizing methods are planting the bushes and trees in and around the sound generating sources is an effective solution for noise pollution. Just we have to plant the bushes or trees in the nearby center which is in which the noise is created. So here it is a perfect solution for the controlling of noise pollution. Then the regular servicing of tuning of automobiles can effectively reduce the noise pollution. If we didn't follow the regular servicing of the automobiles, then they create some noise. The buildings can be designed with suitable noise absorbing material for the walls, windows, and ceilings. So, here the buildings can be constructed with a suitable noise absorbing material for the walls, windows, and ceilings. So, we have to use sound absorbing material. Workers should be provided with equipments such as earplugs, earmuffs for hearing protection. For hearing protection. And here there are some more points to control the noise pollution. There are a variety of effective strategies for controlling the noise levels, such as use of sound barriers, the limitation of the vehicle speeds, alteration of roadway surface texture, limitation of heavy duty vehicles, use of traffic controls that smooth vehicle flow to reduce braking and acceleration, innovative tire design, and other. The community development or urban management should be done with long-term planning along with the aim to reduce the noise pollution. There will be some community noise controlling techniques. So, such as by using by planting the trees, and the community noise control includes noise from air traffic, road transport, and building constructions. And in this, the airport noise can be reduced by reducing the noise of its source, and also by zoning the area around the airport so that no one is allowed to construct any building or factory within the vicinity of the airport. So here the time space should be maintained between the timings of offices, halls, theaters, colleges, schools, etc. And industries should be established far away from the cities or towns. The solutions for noise pollution are the similar to automobiles. Lubrication of the machinery and servicing should be done to minimize the noise generation. And soundproof doors and windows can be installed to block the unwanted sound or noise from the outside. Regulations should be imposed to restrict the usage of play loudspeakers in the crowded areas and public places. The factories and industries should be located far from the residential areas. Residential areas is called minimizing method. So here in the methods of minimizing noise pollution, so there will be, in view of serious effects of noise pollution, human being strictly there will be some enforcement law should be made to prevent the disaster due to noise pollution. The public addressing systems should be restricted to limited period, and the time spacing between the trains, aeroplanes should be maintained to avoid continuous noise. And there will be some industrial noise control techniques to control the noise pollution. In this, to reduce the noise at the source by replacing the noise producing machinery by sophisticated machinery, and to cover the noise creating machinery equipment with insulation material like rubber or cotton, to enforce building codes which require soundproofing in the construction of industries, and to create vegetation cover by planting trees along highways or nearby industries. So these are the minimizing methods of noise pollution. So in this session, I discussed the free vibrations, forced vibrations, and the resonance phenomena. When the body set into the vibration mode due to certain force and removed, then the vibrations are called free vibrations, and the frequency is called the natural frequency. And the forced vibrations, the body set into the motion vibration due to periodic motion of the force, due to periodic action of force. So this is called forced vibrations. And when tuning fork is placed on the wooden box, the vibration of the tuning fork is called the natural vibrations, means free vibrations, and it is just placed on the wooden box, then the wooden box is also vibrates. So the sound, these vibrations are forced vibrations, and the frequency, it is not the natural frequency. So the body forcibly in the vibration state. So the musical instrument having the sound box also forced vibrations. Resonance phenomena. In the resonance phenomena, the body set into the motion, means vibrations, and its natural frequency is equal to, and its frequency is equal to the natural frequency, then the body will vibrate with maximum amplitude, called as resonance phenomena. And when the blast occurs, what happens? The non-structural elements will make sound due to resonance. And the destruction of some buildings during the earthquake also due to resonance phenomena. And here the conditions for good auditorium. What are the conditions? Adequate loudness, uniform distribution of sound, optimum reverberation, exclusion of extraneous noise, elimination of echoes, and elimination of Echelon effect. So the loudness of the sound should be uniform in the entire hall. The reverberation time should not be too small or too large, it should be optimum, and there should be no echo in the hall, and outside noise should not be enter into the hall, and there should be no resonance effect in the auditorium, and there should not be any focusing effect on the auditorium, and there should be any airborne noise, and there should not be any noise due to non-structural elements attached to the structural elements. So these are the conditions for good auditorium. Then the noise pollution. So noise pollution, we'll discuss the noise definition first of all. So the definition is, it is a sound which is undesired and unpleasant and creates discomfort to ear is called noise, and noise pollution is the unwanted disturbing sound that impairs or interferes with hearing, causes stress, hampers concentration and work efficiency, or causes accidents, called noise pollution. The causes of the noise pollution, there are so many causes, man-made, either natural. So that these are the thunders, barking of dogs, sounds from the birds, animals, the televisions, stereos and radios, musical instrument during the functions, loudspeakers, mm, the crackers, the cinema halls, schools, offices, community halls, the horns of the vehicles, and the sounds by the transport like lorries, buses, jeeps, vans, and cars. It's causes of noise pollution. And the traffic, locomotive, aircrafts, the building construction and civil engineering works, the industries, factories, workshops, the power generators, the air conditioners, vacuum cleaners, the explosions in stone crushing, and the shouting of the people in public gatherings and means in functions, means in the temples or in any occasion. So these are the causes, and we go for the effects. So these are also causes: road traffic noise, aircraft noise from the railroads, means the construction noise, noise in industries, buildings, consumer products, loudspeakers, public addressing systems, and firecrackers. Then the effects of noise pollution means the noise pollution causes, means it interferes with human health, comfort, and efficiency. The impatience, mental disorder, sleeplessness, then the temporary deafness or permanent deafness, heart, liver, and kidney problems, contraction of blood vessels and skin pale, and it causes very dangerous effects on human health and comfort and efficiency, means creating some psychological effect along with their other effects such as nervous breakdown, tension, and it increases the blood pressure and contracts the blood vessels, then skin pale, damage the optical nerves of the eye, which lead to impairment of vision, and it affects the heart, kidney, liver, and may also produce emotional disturbances. And the noise produces near the hospitals due to the traffic movements, which causes serious effects on patients also. The noise of high order may cause damage to trees and delicate articles. So the non-living things such as buildings undergoes the physical damage by cracks, uh, broken windows, doors and glasses, by sudden explosive sounds. And the noise pollution has a very slow effect which causes the permanent disorder on the hearing organs, which causes a permanent disorder also on the hearing organs, which in turn causes the mental disorder. And it interrupts the communication of the health. The noise due to sudden explosives may cause cracks in walls, windows, the doors, glasses, and the noise like resonance may collapse the buildings also. And the main harmful effects are the psychological effects, psychological, physiological effects, loss of hearing, annoyance, health effects, interference with communication, working efficiency. So these are the causes, and we'll discuss the minimizing methods also. Means means the public addressing systems restricted to limited period time interval between trains, aeroplanes, uh, should be maintained. So by replacing the sound noise creating machinery by sophisticated machinery, and by covering the machinery with the rubber like material, and soundproofing walls, so to create vegetation by planting the trees, and time spacing between the office hours, school hours, the theaters. So the road traffic should be restricted to the limited time, means blowing from the unnecessary blowing of horns. So these are the methods to minimize the noise pollution. Thank you, one and all.